All right, let's get this show started.
Let's kick today's news off with Francis Ngannou revealing shocking information regarding his pay for the Tyson Fury bout. While Ngannou walked away with a split decision loss, it's hard for him to feel like a loser. The former UFC champ was asked about his recent loss to Tyson Fury in an interview on the Last Stand podcast. There he revealed that he made more in Saudi Arabia that night than he did from his entire MMA career beforehand. He said, "Whatever would have been my next fight from the moment I left the UFC was going to pay different from what I made. In the last 3 years in the UFC, I was in the contract issue. I didn't want to sign a new contract that would have given more money, but not enough. It's more than everything I've earned in my life, in my career. Even my next MMA fight would have been more than everything I've earned already. You also have to understand, I wasn't getting much pay. Your salary starts very low, 10 plus 10 and all that stuff. Moving your way up, you get to the point with almost 10 fights, still struggling. And also the treatment was completely different. It was royal. We got a royal treatment." Dana White tells UFC sponsor to go f themselves after censorship attempt. During an appearance on comedian Theo Von's podcast, the UFC president revealed that a major UFC sponsor attempted to censor him after he made a video post supporting former President Donald Trump. Of course, White has called Trump a friend for many years and even spoke on his behalf at the 2016 Republican National Convention prior to his election. White didn't specify the sponsor or when the attempted censorship allegedly occurred. Hear it from the boss himself.
Me too. This happened to me. I posted a video for Trump, right, on my personal social media. And one of our big sponsors called and said, "Take that down." You know what I said? "Go f yourself."
Yeah.
You vote for whoever you want to vote for, and I'll vote for whoever I want to vote for. That's how this works. I don't even care who you're voting for. It's none of my business. Well, you.
Yeah.
Don't ever call me and tell me who to vote for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think a lot of people feel in fear these days, you know? A lot of people feel in fear that if they don't vote for certain people, they're going to lose their jobs.
Yeah.
I mean, it's Hollywood, for example.
Think about how crazy that is.
It sounds insane. It sounds just like...
Well, it'll keep happening unless more people stand up for themselves and give them the you response.
UFC 295 estimated payouts and fighter salaries have been revealed. Since UFC 295 concluded, fans have been curious to know how much fighters earned from their respective fights. While the payouts are not confirmed by the UFC, MMA Salaries has given an estimate of what the fighters competing on the main card of UFC 295 might have earned. It's estimated that Alex Pereira earned 1.1 mil, Yuri Prohaska 880k, Tom Aspinall 680k, Sergey Pavlovich 630k, Jessica Andrade 171k, Jared Gordon 151k, Diego Lopez 128k, Benoit Saint Denis 116k, Mackenzie Dern 111k, Nazim Sadikov 84.5k, Pat Sabatini 82.5k, Vyacheslav Borshchev 82k, Jamal Emmers 78k, Matt Frivola 76k, Kyung Ho Kang 71k, Mark Madsen 64.5k, Steve Ursig 54k, John Castaneda 46k, Tabitha Ritchie 36k, Alexandro Costa 28.5k, Lupi Godinez 24k, Joshua Van 22k, Dennis Buzukia 22k, and Kevin Borjas 20k. What do you guys make of these numbers? Do you think fighters should earn more money? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Dillon Danis announces his retirement from fighting. The controversial Dillon Danis appears to be walking away from the fight game. After his recent DQ loss to Logan Paul, Danis had been vocal about wanting to fight in the UFC, but for whatever reasons, it doesn't look like he'll sign with the biggest MMA promotion in the world. Now, exactly 1 month after the loss, he took to social media to announce his retirement from fighting, tweeting, "I'm done with fighting, I'm retired, love you all." What do you guys make of this announcement from Danis? Do you think it's real or is he just trolling? Chael Sonnen inks a new tattoo on his arm. The American gangster has once again left his fans in awe with a recent snapshot of him getting inked. Sonnen decided to immortalize his former middleweight title opponent Anderson Silva on his left arm. Chael stated that he lost a bet to the Brazilian and now it was time to pay up. It's worth noting that some online have questioned if the tattoo itself is real due to the lack of redness around it. Posting the image on social media, Sonnen wrote, "I'm a man of my word." Fans reacted writing, "This is the only win Silva has over Chael. Bro, that don't look fresh, the last photo looks as healed. Such a cool gentleman, beat a guy for 5 rounds, conquered his belt, conquered his nation, beat him in a rematch, and honored him by getting him tattooed on the biggest arms in West Linn, Oregon. GOAT. That's crazy. The ultimate disrespect to beat a guy and tat him. Did they have enough ink to fill out the biggest arms in UFC history? Should have put medium rare under it. I can tell as a tattoo artist, this is 1000% fake. Nice try, Chael. It's not real. No irritation of the skin, swelling, or anything. Fake news from Sonnen. Tom Aspinall has shared footage of freak injuries suffered days before UFC 295. After a stunning victory at last Saturday's UFC 295 event, Tom Aspinall revealed he injured his back just days after accepting his short notice interim heavyweight title fight against Sergey Pavlovich. Now, footage showing the moment of Aspinall injuring his back has been released. The injury was very odd as Aspinall was just sparring, then out of nowhere, hunched over in pain. The Brit admitted that he thought about pulling out of the fight. Check out the footage. Daniel Cormier discusses what's next for Tom Aspinall after UFC 295's win. Following Saturday night's event, Dana White reiterated the highly anticipated undisputed title fight between Jon Jones and Stipe Miocic is still on the cards. However, due to Jones' injury, it is unlikely to take place until next summer. Some fans and analysts are suggesting that the UFC should consider booking a fight between Aspinall and Miocic in the meantime. When asked about this on the DC and RC show, Daniel Cormier shared his opinion, stating that he doubts Stipe would risk facing a young and dangerous opponent like Aspinall instead of waiting for the return of the GOAT, Jon Jones.
That is you being Tom Aspinall's business advisor, but the reality is that won't happen. That's not something that you think these guys would agree to. I don't believe that Stipe says, yeah, I'm going to go and fight this guy who is the interim champ. He's dangerous. He's tough. And give away a fight in Jon Jones where you know you get more money. When you fight Jon Jones, you get more money, bro. And it's like, why would Stipe at 41 risk that to fight Tom Aspinall? I don't think it happens. I think Tom Aspinall is going to have to wait and see. And again, he was injured, right? That's probably what was most impressive is that he said the moment he got the fight, he got excited, so he started training really hard, and he tore a muscle in his back. So this guy wasn't even healthy going into the octagon last weekend. He's a stud. He's a savage. Every word you can use to describe a great fighter is what Tom Aspinall is.
Here are the top 3 memes found on the internet today. The third place meme was found over Reddit and was posted by a user named Archetype for the win. Second place meme was found over X and was posted by a user named WSimUMMA. And the top picked meme was found over Reddit and was posted by a user named Educational Safe. Thanks for watching. If you like the content, smash that like button and don't forget to subscribe to stay in the talk.